Welcome back to another Kidoyo tutorial. In this section, we are going to program our back button as well as each of the remaining buttons to correspond to the different stage settings that we have. Okay, so the first thing that we need to do is let's program our back button. We have already, I'm going to click the green flag to start my script running. We've already created the first link for maps, and this map shows up when we click on maps. Now what I want to happen is that when I click the back button, it returns me back to my original intro screen. So a number of things need to happen here. One is in my stage, I need to make sure that when the green flag is clicked, that my program will actually go back to my intro screen. Right now, all I have set up is that when I receive the maps broadcast, it switches to maps. So now if I were to stop my project and try to restart it, all of my buttons would show up because they know what to do when the green flag is clicked, but my actual backdrop for my intro screen doesn't have any commands written to it. So this is an easy one. I click on events, I pull out when green flag clicked, and I tell it that when the green flag is clicked to go to its intro screen. So I pull out switch backdrop to, and for me it's called flag day. Now when I click on the green flag, it will always default back to my first intro screen. Now let's click on maps. Okay, so it's taken me to maps and I need to be able to get back. So I'm going to program my back button. So let's click on the back button so that we have all of the code available to right here. And we need to go ahead and set up that first broadcast. So let's also tell the back button that when the green flag clicks, it should hide. We really don't need the back button to show up on the intro screen because it can't go anywhere from there. So we're going to tell it first that when the green flag is clicked, to hide. Now, when each button is triggered and it causes a broadcast to be sent, that broadcast will be received and the back button will be told to show up. So we already have one broadcast message we've created, so we can pull that one in. When I receive maps, which is the broadcast we already created, we want the back button to show. So let's test it out. Green flag clicked, no back button. Click on maps, back button shows up. Perfect. Now let's program what happens when we click on the back button. So we go back into our events blocks. We choose when this sprite clicked, and we're going to set up a new broadcast. From the drop-down menu, you want to select a new message, and I'm going to use the message family, which is my next sprite, or my next backdrop. So it's going to broadcast family. So when we go to family, I know a number of things have to be received. So one is, let's go click on the green flag so we can see our initial view and stop. So when I click on family, all of these buttons need to hide. So same as I did before with maps, I have to receive this broadcast family, and I'll tell this to hide. Now I know I want to duplicate that same exact code onto each of the additional sprites. In fact, I'm not going to put it on this one. I'm going to leave it there. But I'm going to put it on all of the others. So I've toggled to my maps view. When I receive family, go to looks and hide. Now I can just copy this onto each sprite like I did before. And then I need to have it in one more place, the receiving block, but not to hide. I know that when I get to my stage and I look at my backdrops, I don't actually have one that I named family yet, so I'm going to pretend that New York is going to take me to my family section. So I go back to the scripts for my stage, and I'm going to receive that broadcast here. So when I receive family, I want to switch to the backdrop called New York. Perfect. Now you can see you're going to have to repeat these steps for the Foods button and the Traditions and Customs button. So why don't you go ahead and finish up this part and then join me for the next tutorial.